Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today, we look at Handshakers episode 12, which wraps up the series, because I highly doubt this is going to get season 2. I'd be blown away. Honest to God, I'd be so amazed that this gets another season. This is probably going to be the end for this show. So because of that, I'm going to review both the episode, obviously, and also just the whole series. I'll save you guys some time here. I'll be honest with you. This show is not going to fail, so you're going to have an idea of what I'm going to probably grade it because it's not failing. But holy shit, did it want to fail. It felt like the last episode wanted to say, hey, you're going to fail me, right? I kind of wanted to. On Mal, I give this a 4 out of 10. I have no issue with that. Because it's, again, I go on Mal's system on more so the actual wording, not the number. But I'll talk about that more later. Let's just say that some parts of Handshakers episode 12 are actually pretty well done. The 2D animation, like especially when they were doing the close-ups of some of the shots, like when they had Tazuna and Kiori, when they had them up close like this, it looked really well done. I won't lie, it looked stellar. I mean, like this whole show should have had this type of animation. I would have given the show way higher praise. It still wouldn't be that high in terms of scoring, but it would have been higher than it is right now. The biggest issue with this whole episode was I think the creators must have went, you know what, we don't know if we're gonna do a second season, so let's just make this kind of wrap up. So the whole fight wraps up almost too quickly. It's like 10 minutes in, the battle's over, but there was no actual fighting for the most part. It was more so like, let's get along and stuff like that. It was really, really stupid. I mean, there was a little bit of fighting, but not much at all. There's a comment by Nagasaki, I think his name is, and doesn't even matter if I'm incorrect with his name, but he's a little professor guy. He goes, I guess I'm weak. Yeah, kind of like the show, man. Don't feel bad. The show's weak too. Your character's thrown into a weak show. So don't feel too bad. Yeah, but the whole thing wraps up and almost a slap to the face because I'll talk about when the image comes up. But the way this wrapped up was you have what looks like it's supposed to be quote unquote God talking to. I almost feel like the audience because I swear to God, the way he's talking is like, "You who are the handshakers, just kidding." That was like his last two lines. He was talking about how those who have overcome many trials and tribulations and overcome many battles. I feel like I'm the one he's talking to, or maybe the audience he's talking to in the scene. He's not talking to the handshakers themselves, but he's talking to us, saying, "Hey, you overcame a lot to watch this show. We know." It's like they almost understood. They understood our pain. That's how the show wrapped up. Seriously, it's like the battle's over. Nothing concluded. There was no mention of God. There was no mention of them going to a different thing. More so now they're just super happy together. A month passes, etc. It's really, really brain dead simple of an ending, and it just has this unconcluded ending that I hate when anime does that. Like, I mean, I don't mind it when it has something like, okay, you can kind of infer what you're gonna think that's gonna happen next. That doesn't do that here. It said just goes, no, this is how it ends. It's just non-ending essentially. Handshakers, I'm not going to spend 5 hours, I'm not going to spend 10 minutes on reviewing the whole thing. Animation wise, animation was hit or miss. There were times where the animation looked solid, there were times where it was really ugly. I know if they went for their own kind of unique spin on animation, it worked sometimes, it also failed at other times, and it's very obvious during fights and stuff like that, and also during kind of just movement shots. Like, movement shots don't look very good to me. Music-wise, music was stellar. I really, Handshakers, if they had a OST for this, I'd actually buy it. It's really well done. Opening, closing wasn't too bad. OST just turned out like the background music and stuff like that. That was great. I had no issue with that. Voice acting also not too bad. I had no issue with certain characters. I have issues with what lines they had to be, saying, but that's not their fault as voice actors. That's just because, that's the people who wrote the story. And let's talk about that. See, the whole review. Story. What story? Handshakers has this kind of premise of like, oh, you just can infer everything from it. Like, oh, here are people fighting each other. Go wild. What are the handshakers? What are their actual abilities? What were they meant to be doing, etc. Go wild. I hate this show. Like, I really do. I didn't want to. I'm not failing it because obviously there are some things about it that are good, and it isn't completely failable, but it's very, very fucking close. That's why if I had to review a Handshakers between a day through F, I have to give it a D minus. Like, it is so close. It's so close. It's on the precipice. It is a person on the edge, and they are right there going, I don't know if I want to jump into the abyss or not. That's how the show is to me. Anyways, guys and girls, I've heard a lot of comments about the show. I've heard people that agree that the show's horrible. I've heard people that say they like it. I want you to understand when I review something, and this is being honest with you folks. When I review something, even if I don't like the show or even if I love the show, that is up to me to say as my opinion. That is not the fact. It's like, oh, if I give something an F or if I give something a D or whatever, that doesn't mean that that's a fact of the show. It just means that that's my opinion of it. It might be a greater minority, it might be a greater majority that believe that, and I just said majority, but whatever, majority, you get what I meant. But that's up to the opinion of it. That's my job as a reviewer, is to say what I feel like the show is doing right or wrong. But that is always opinion. That's always a bias to it. So if you love the show, if you feel like the show is one of the best shows ever, don't feel bad. Don't worry about putting in the comments saying your defense. Say like, I love the show because of this and that, whatever. I will definitely comment back. I'll be like, well, I don't agree with these certain parts, but I respect your opinion, because I do respect your opinion, guys and girls. And I don't want anyone to feel like they're going to get attacked for disliking something or loving something on my channel, because I won't let that happen. That's one thing that I'm very strict with, and I will stay strict with that right off the bat. This is a free spot. At least I don't know how other YouTubers are. I don't care how other YouTubers are. That's how I am as a YouTuber. If you guys want to comment and say how great a show is, even though it got horrible reviews or I didn't like it, you do that and feel like that's a safe place to do so. So anyways, guys and girls, I will talk to you all later. Have a great, blessed day. As always, if you like these reviews, hey, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, comments, the whole nine. As always, until I pass across again in the next review, have a great one, everyone. God bless you all. Bye-bye.